Hey guys, so this is part 3 of my year in review for 2016 in terms of video games. So the first video was the games that I beat. The second video was games that I got by mistake or that were gifts to me. And this video is going to be the games that I purchased this year. Now, I had a very specific goal in mind this year, and it's going to continue into next year. And that was that I wouldn't buy more than one game a month. Now, this doesn't mean that if I'm gifted a game that I won't buy a game that month. It just means out of my own personal money, I'm not going to buy more than one game per month. And every month was very difficult to choose a game. It's like a mini People's Choice Awards. I have my list of games that I want. Some of it's retro stuff, some of it's newer, and more often than not, the newer stuff won. I have here 11 games in front of me that I purchased from January to November. The game for December, which I did purchase already, hasn't come yet. I ordered it from PlayAsia. It won't be here till mid to end of January. So that's going to have to wait. I'll let you know what it is at the end. But these are the 11 games I purchased this year. Starting with January, Mega Dimension Neptunia 7. This is the fourth game in the Hyper Dimension Neptunia series released in the US, in the main series. It does come with a poster, and it's complete. It has a book, a poster, all the things you would expect the game to have. How was this put in here? This just fell out. This is very strange. Okay, and the back of the game is actually reversible. So I really like this picture of Neptune in the in black with the zoom in, and there's Pishi on the other side. I really like the Hyperdimension series and their offshoot games, and you're gonna see that with one of the other games that I did purchase this year. So this is January's game, RPG. I haven't gotten to it yet, but I did purchase it and I loved it. In February, I purchased Caladrius Blaze for the PS3, but then later that year, it came out on the PS4 in English. So I sold the PS3 version and actually bought the PS4 version, and I actually got a good deal because I made money off that transaction. If I would have known, I would have gotten the PS4 version without buying the PS3 version. But hey, Caladrius Blaze for the PS4. It's an awesome shoot 'em up. If you like shoot 'em ups, I highly recommend this game. I've played this game a lot. I haven't beaten it. It's very hard, very difficult, but the amount of characters you have to choose from, the manner in which the characters get hurt is very interesting. The graphics are top notch. Definitely what you would expect from PS4. It's just a very beautiful, very difficult type of game. What else can I say about it? This game was made by Interactive and Moss. It's not a cave. It's not like a bullet hell cave shoot 'em up. So it doesn't have like the purple bullets and stuff like that. But this game was just so good to play. The next game was Versus Fighter for the PS4 for March. It was Nitro Plus Blasters. I purchased Nitro Plus Blasters, and again, it came with a book. Thank you for that. So it's the book, the game, and I purchased this game. It's made by Marvelous, and they made some of the offshoot games like for Hyperdimension Neptunia, and they also made the games like Samurai Kagura. This game I purchased because I saw the footage online, and it just looked so fun. It's an anime type fighting game, and I really like the characters in here. The main character being Super Sonico. She has her own anime, and she's part of a rock band, a virtual rock band, and it's just really fun. So, versus fighting game for the PS4. What you're going to see is a lot of games are for the PS4. So in April, I went out and I wanted another RPG, so I got Knights of Azure. This game, I think, is a hidden gem on the PS4. I haven't played it through yet. I've seen tons of video on this game. It looks beautiful. The fighting looks very cool. And I think that, the Vita is known for JRPGs. The PS4 is getting there, but it's not there quite yet. I think this game was looked over by a lot of people. Part 2 is coming out next year. Might get it. I might actually play this game next year. It's like really high on my list of games to play for next year. So, Knights of Azure. Sorry, we have a lot of games. There's 11. I want to get to them. The fifth game I brought in January, March, April, May was Under Night in Birth EXE Late. So this is a PS3 versus fighter. It's complete. And yeah, it's just 2D fighting goodness. Anime type fighting game. And this game I was looking at it for a while. The price was right. It was just like all the stars aligned, for me to get this game. It was a good price. I had been looking at it for a while. Was in the mood to buy a fighter that month. And this game for the PS3, PS3 is slowly being phased out of shops like GameStop and stuff like that. So I decided it was time to get this game. The next game I brought was a bit of a disappointment. I had been waiting a very long time for this game to come out. This game, everybody was anticipating it. Mighty Number 9. I purchased this game and it came with a cool poster, a little art book, an actual manual, and what I really liked about this game was that on the cover it says that it includes a downloadable version for the Vita and the PS3. So I downloaded it on the PS3. I had every intention to play it on the PS3. But the amount of slowdown was so bad that the game was unplayable. You couldn't beat the game on a normal PS3 system. I ended up playing through most of this game on the PS4. I haven't beat it yet. Hopefully I could beat it next year early. I'm really close to beating the main storyline of this game. And I do like the gameplay that it did have. The Vita version for this game that you supposedly could download with this is non-existent. The Vita version doesn't exist. It hasn't come out yet. And I think that is because so many people didn't like what happened with this game. They complained about the graphics. They complained about the gameplay. I think they were really expecting Mega Man. And this game isn't Mega Man. For what this game is, it looks pretty good. The graphics aren't what you'd expect from a PS4, but I don't think that's what they were trying to do. They were trying to create a nostalgic experience, a 2D platforming experience, and I think they did that pretty well. Was the story gripping? No. Were the graphics absolutely amazing? No. Was the game fun to play? Yes. If you played it on the PS4. If you bought this game for the PS3, I'm really sorry. I don't believe that's how the game should be played because there's so much slowdown on this game for that system. But on the PS4, it does play flawlessly. Am I upset that I bought this game? No, it's actually one of the games I spent a lot of time on this year. But again, a lot of people were disappointed in this game. I was disappointed that the Vita version never came out. Like it says on the cover, it's kind of like false advertisement. And the PS3 version was unplayable. The next game I bought was Mega Tag Mention Blanc vs. Zombies. And this game is PlayStation TV compatible, but I'm actually... sorry about that. I bought it on PlayAsia, so they like to send stickers and things like that. But I'm actually playing this game on the Vita on my way to work. Again, this game, with any luck, I'll beat it January of next year, and I'll, start the next year running with already 2 or 3 games that I've beaten. It's sort of like Senran Kagura in that you do missions, you beat monsters, and sometimes there's a boss enemy, but you do it in pairs, and there's all these type of things, like you can get, higher affinity with the other characters if you fight with them until 10. And so I've been trying to get all the girls to pair with the different girls, so all their affinities are 10 by the time I beat the game. That's that. The next game I also brought off PlayAsia at the same time, but it was for the following month. It's a shoot-'em-up game that, for one reason or another, it wasn't heavily advertised here in the US, and I think that's a shame. It's Galgun. Galgun Double Peace, actually. Yeah, Double Peace. And this game was really fun for me to play. I think this is the the European version, because when I went online, it was actually less expensive than the American version. So I bought the European version of the game, and it's a shoot 'em up. What do I say? It's an on-rail shooter. You shoot schoolgirls. It's a kind of like an anime type game. Pretty fun. The next game was Touhou Genso Rondo Bullet Ballet. Right? All those words. It's basically a shoot 'em up that's a versus fighting game. If you ever played Wartech on the Xbox 360, it's very similar to that. I think there's also another game in the same versus shoot 'em up genre, but I haven't played it. This game has a good amount of characters, and I think that a lot of people sort of glanced over this game. It's an NIS America release, and they're going to come out with more Touhou games. Next year, they're coming out with the RPG in the Touhou series for the PS4, which I'm really looking forward to. Hopefully, it makes it on the list for one of the months next year because I'm only buying 12 games next year. But yeah, this game, it's a bit slow to get started, but once you know how to do the different shooting patterns, it's actually pretty fun. I haven't worked my way through all the girls' stories. I haven't had time to really sit down and appreciate this game, but I played it once when I first got it, and then I played it again when my friend Jonathan came by, and we had a few battles. We chose different girls each time, and I think I've played at least once with all the characters in this game. At least one battle with each character. The next game I purchased was in October during Comic-Con, and this is one of the games, since you're buying one game per month, it's kind of hard to, buy games that, how do I put this? It's hard to buy games that are not complete. But this game, I saw it at Comic-Con, and I had to buy it, and it's the only retro game I purchased this year. And that's for the PlayStation 1, Einhander. If you know me, you know I like shoot 'em ups. The soundtrack for this game is so awesome. The way the game looks, a lot of people say, the game hasn't really aged well. The polygonal graphics, don't really translate to today's, standard. But I played this on the PS3, and it looks great for a PS1 game. The soundtrack is awesome. It's very difficult. I did not beat it. Every once in a while, whenever I'm in the mood, I'll put this game in. I'll just give it another go and see. But Einhander, I highly recommend this game, even though I haven't beat it. Very hard, but very good soundtrack, and I bought it CD only at Comic-Con in October. November came along, and I said, I bought the last 3 months were all shoot 'em ups, basically. Einhander, Town Hall Games of Rondo, and Galgun. They're all kind of shoot 'em up games, and I said I need an RPG. The month before that was Blanc versus Zombies, which is sort of beat 'em up. Before that, Mighty Number 9, a platformer. Before that, Under Night and Birth, which is a versus fighting game. I was in the mood for an RPG, and so I went and bought Tales of Zestiria. I bought this game because I have a few other Tales of games that I really do like. It's not a game that comes with a manual, which kind of upsets me because, guys, video game developers should put manuals in games. But I played Tales of Xillia on the PS3. I loved it. I played Tales of Xillia 2, and it was amazing. So I figured, why not play Tales of Zestiria as well? I purchased the game. I haven't played it yet. Obviously, I just purchased it in November. But yeah, I hope to get to this game soon. One day when I decide, I'm done playing PS3 and PS1 games, I'll move on to the PS4. But I really wanted this in my collection to get to it eventually. The last game for this month of December, I don't have to show you because, again, it hasn't gotten here yet. I bought it on PlayAsia. And the game is Strider for the PS3, the Japanese version. I know that the game came out here in America, but not physical release. You have to download the game. I like physical copies. I like to hold games in my hand. And Strider, I thought, was one of those platformers that when you look at videos of it online, it just looks amazing. It looks like something that I can play straight through, probably in a day or 2 or 3. It's a platformer. Hopefully it's hard. Hopefully there's a hint of memorization to it where you have to, you always die and you have to remember the levels and remember things or get new abilities to fight better so that you can defeat a certain boss or something. But the gameplay looks really, really fun. The graphics look amazing on the PS3. If you haven't played Strider Hero on the PS3, highly recommend you look at gameplay and consider getting it. But yeah, these are the 12 games I got this year. And that concludes my year in review for video games. All the games I've played, all the games I've been gifted, and all the games that I've actually went out and purchased. If you like these videos, you can always contact me here on YouTube or on Facebook. But yeah, that's all I have for this year in review. I also did a metal detecting year in review, so if you haven't seen that, highly recommend going back to my channel or to my Facebook page and seeing that year in review, because I do collect metal things and I think that I had good, interesting stories to tell this year. Definitely one of my better years in terms of metal detecting. And in terms of video games, I think 2015 I went crazy buying over 100 games. This year I have 12 that I purchased and the 6 or 7 that were given to me, and I'm very happy. These are top-notch quality games. But yeah, thanks for watching.